All right, so you guys can see the screen. Great. Okay, so where are we? What's happening? Well, this is what's happening. So I sold cash secured puts last week. I was a little early, but it's okay. And I saw cash secured puts on cash secured puts, meaning taking in premium. I saw cash secured puts on things that I want to own because I'll show you guys the charts, and the positions have not changed. Although I had a Tesla position which I liquidated, I had an MSTU position which I liquidated because I am still green for the year. Okay, I want to stay green for the year before I think it's bottomed. And as I said, 3 P's: position, planning, and patience. I am okay selling cash secured puts, and if I do get assigned, I'm okay getting assigned these shares. So first piece is on the TQQQ, which is the ProShares Ultra Pro 2X ETF of the QQQ. I sold 3 puts expiring next Friday. Average cost 277. They're down. Yesterday hit 4.5. Today, but I'm willing to get assigned TQQQ at 60 minus my premium about 57.5, which I saw support to be. So I used my patience quite a bit because this thing was 92 about 3 weeks ago. So selling 60 puts made sense to me. So I took in some premium, and if I do get assigned at 60, I'm willing to own it at 57 or 56.5 or 57.5, and then I'll deal with it afterwards. Next one is Upstart. I sold cash secured puts 50 strike next Friday. Stock is 47.70. If it stays here, I'm going to get assigned this one. I don't mind buying it. The stock after the earnings last month actually hit 92. We're down to 50. And this is what's happening to stocks, by the way. Okay. This stock has no bad news. Obviously, it's pricing in bad news that's coming up, but there's no reason for this thing to sell off 50%. And I'd be happy to own Upstart at 50. My cost is about $3, so I'll own it at 47. So at this price, if it's at this price by next Friday, I'm going to get assigned 300 shares, and I will add shares to it. I'm short 6 March 40 Robinhood puts, and I shorted them at 228 average. So I don't mind owning Robinhood. It's 39.03. If it ends up here by next Friday, anything is possible by next Friday. It's a lifetime these days, 5 days. I will own Robinhood at 37.5. 600 shares of it, and then that's why I also cleaned up the account to make room because it's getting close to expiration, and do get assigned. I don't want to go into margin, obviously. And the last one I sold puts on is Affirm, another stock I like, which is down 45% from its recent all-time high, not all-time high, 52-week high. I sold those at 363. They're down to 2 and change, 240. Stock is 49.61. If it ends up here, I will get assigned, but if it's above 50, obviously options are going to expire worthless. So there's a lot more meat left on the bone on those options. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, and then I'll go to the charts and then put the live link up, and you guys can come on and check it out. Okay. Hopefully everybody's still here. All right, so that's the positions. Account is about 90% cash at the moment, and I will add to these puts as I see fit. That's what I want to do. I mean, this market is a way that, look, directional bets are really, really difficult. The reason for that is implied volatility is extremely high. If you do take a directional bet and you run into an IV crush, then you're screwed. Even if the market moves in the direction you want it to move, you're not going to make any money. Well, you may make money, but not as much as you think you will. So you need much bigger moves. And I'm willing to own all these shares. Okay, I'm willing to own TQQQ. I'll add to it. At this. So if this was like next Friday, we have a massive OPEX coming up, quarterly OPEX option expiration. So I have so much more meat on the bone left on all these options. TQQQs are like 210. I sold them at 277. I have like a few hundred more there. So I have a 6-digit account, by the way. So I'm being very cautious by selling these puts again. So I have plenty of room to add more to it, but I need to see a bottoming action a little bit. And at the moment, we're up today, but who knows what happens Monday through Friday next week. Anything is possible. But these are stocks that I'm willing to own at those prices, and then I will add more cash secured puts next week. Going forward, I'm going to do weekly cash secured puts. Look, collecting 3%, 2%, 4%, whatever it is, because of high IV, you should sell options as opposed to buy options at the moment, and have enough powder to buy, to get, when you do get assigned, if you get assigned, have enough dry powder to not to go into margin, because that will kill you. So I do have plenty of dry powder. Yes, I did leave some money on table on MSTU, but I watch my equity. I trade my equity. So I'm still green for the year, double digits. I don't know how many people are green for the year, but I give myself a pat on the back, although I missed the short side, which I should have shorted. But on the next leg, I will go short and protect my positions or hedge the account if I do get assigned these shares. So at the moment, if this was next Friday, I will definitely get assigned Upstart at 50 minus the premium, Robinhood 40 minus the premium, and Affirm 50 minus the premium. Although we're on the border with Hood, and I mean, anything is possible. Okay, they could all be above the strike price and options expire worthless, and that's why, you know, just gotta wait 5 more days. 5 bottles of beer on the wall. Anyway, but I'm willing to own all of them. So let's go through charts. Yeah, market's hanging in there for a Friday, which is interesting to me. But let's go through some charts. All right, so long-term, short-term. Let's go to SPY. If you guys have any questions on charts or whatever not, or other things, please let me know. All right, so this is a 3-year picture of SPY. This 3-year one-day chart, one day meaning like daily. This is the drawdown we had. We had a drawdown from 614 all the way down to 550 range. 551. It's pretty decent, healthy drawdown. But during that drawdown, we broke a whole bunch of stuff. We really broke a lot, right? And this is what happened in 2021, 2022, the 5-leg down. Look at those uptrends, right? This massive bear market rallies. So what I think is going to happen here, technically, if you're a technician, we most likely will get a snapback to the 200 EMA first, which will be resistance, then to the double top breakdown point of about 575 on SPY. We're at 561, so we may have another 3 to 4% upside. Best case scenario for the bulls would be a snapback to the channel that we broke under. Right, this channel has been in existence since November of 2023, so we're not joking here. That channel broke, so technically market is weak. Technically there is support. Where is support? Well, this is the intermediate term uptrend and the long-term uptrend. It goes back, all the way to the pandemic days and before. So there is a lot of room on the downside, but it will not be a straight shot down. If this is the V bottom, then we should just aggressively rally, go make new highs. I doubt that will happen. I think we will rally, we will pull back, retest, if not make a lower low. Good support exists right about here, which is about 505 to 508 on SPY. And that can happen, and by the time that happens, this uptrend will be at that level as well. So I think that's where we're going to end up going. Same thing with the triple Qs, 3-year chart. Again, the channel broke, uptrend broke, under the 200 EMA, under 50, under 20. We all know that. This uptrend goes to 2022, 3 point of contact, perfect 3 points of contact. And this is the first time we're going under 200 EMA. When market goes under 200 EMA, it does spend quite a bit of time. And it is kind of rolling over. So there's definitely a trend reversal here, without a question. So short-term downtrend. Long-term, we're still in an uptrend. Very long-term. Intermediate, we're kind of breaking down now. So what should happen to triple Qs, which all the Mag 7s rest? Snap back to 490, 491 maybe, to the 200 EMA. But then double top broke at 500. So we may get a rally to 500. As I said, in bear markets, the rallies are face rippers. You can make some money on the way up if you're really disciplined. I don't see anything positive here, really. So I'm looking at 3-year charts, but if you say, Serge, why are you looking at 3-year charts? Okay, we can look at one-year charts. Here's 1 year of triple Q, same picture. You're not going to be anything different. I think we may get a rally to 500, and then I will be selling, pretty much going liquid, and then most likely I'll be going short. I will definitely catch the next leg down. First leg I didn't catch, so triple Q's sold off from 540.41 down to 466. That's 80 points. That's about 14-15%. So let's go through some what people follow. Apple under 200 EMA, 250. About 14 days ago, 250 high. We're 211, 210. Can't get out of its own way. We're going down. So I think next level of support on Apple is probably about 200, 195 to 200, and then good support about 165. You're going to say, Serge, can those happen? Of course it can happen. But not without a rally. It'll probably bounce back, snap back to 225 now, to the 200 EMA, and then roll back down. All the Microsoft, it's been underperforming. I mean, it's pretty clear what's happening here. I think the same thing is going to happen to Apple. We went under 200 EMA, bounced exactly, kissed it on the way up, and now we're a clear downtrend on Microsoft. I can put the long-term charts, but if you're trading options, it's not. Look at this drawdown. This happened 470 down to 385, 390. That happened during the Japanese yen carry trade debacle. Well, this downtrend is equaling that, but the reasons for it is a little different. And we're even below that level of the Japanese yen carry trade debacle. And we're kind of snapping back to it now. I will be a seller of every rally on Microsoft until proven otherwise. Google, same thing, under 200 EMA. When all the generals under, and I talked about this last couple of months. I said, I can see the generals are being shot. The soldiers are dead already. When the generals are leading the charge, you got to be really careful. And hopefully some of you listen. Google, decent support at 150, 166 in middle of no man's land, under 200 EMA. Nothing bullish about it. The best looking one is Meta. That's the only one above is 200 EMA, but had a massive drawdown already, right? 750 down to about 570. That's the only one holding above it. Amazon under 200 EMA, just broke under it. I mean, yes, there will be a rally here. I mean, it looks like it, right? They're just kind of trying to stabilize here a little bit. And, that will coincide, like, hopefully, if you get an Amazon rally to 210, 214, 215, I will be a seller or a shorter, because that will coincide with triple Q at 500. What else? Oh, everybody's love Tesla. What a disaster. Look at that chart. I mean, you can love Elon, you can love the car, you can love whatever you want. Scoreboard. Price don't lie. The thing hit, I think it's 215, high of 488. Okay. I mean, we're not kidding here. We're talking 50% here. Market's down 14%, Tesla down 50%. It's over 50%. Think about it. Okay. So don't mess with markets. Price rules. Extremely oversold. A rally due, definitely. Where to? 300, maybe, somewhere in that range. So there is 50-point rally, hopefully, coming up here. And this will coincide with the bounce back. So 50-point rally is 20%. We're not kidding here. Okay. This is TSLL. If you want to trade Tesla, might as well trade TSLL. It's 2x ETF of Tesla. Yeah, that'll bounce 20. So if Tesla bounces 20%, this will bounce 40%. So this may get up to 13, 14. So there's plenty of room. I mean, on the bounce here. So bounces are strong on all these stocks. Nvidia, another horseman. But that's Snapseed. That just changed its colors over the last 3 days. This one sold off first, and it's snapping back to the 200 EMA first. It's been outperforming since it 105 about 4 days ago. Yeah, you know, I mean, we're bouncing back. I mean, I'll be a seller of this about 120, 125 if I owned it. If I don't own it, would I go short? No, there are weaker ones than this. I'll be careful doing that. Triple Q. Oh, I did show the triple Q. Never mind. Yeah, triple Q will bounce to hopefully 500, and then we'll go short. That's it. So the stocks that TQQQ is I'm short the puts, 60 puts. You're gonna say, why did you do that? Well, I want to be a buyer right about here into support right here, okay, which was 56.75. I sold the puts at $3 almost, so that's 57. So we're into support. If I own it down here, I don't mind owning it down here, and on the bounce, I'll clean this up, high 60s, 70s, hopefully, and into resistance. So I don't mind. I don't mind owning this. The next one I don't mind owning is Affirm. I may get a sign. I may not get a sign. Look at this thing. 82 high, 82 and a half high. We hit 44 yesterday. I don't mind owning it about 47. That's where I'm going to own it because I sold the 50 cash secure puts for next Friday. Next one is Upstart. 96 high 3 weeks ago. We hit 45 yesterday. I don't mind owning this again, about 47, 46 and a half, 47. It'll bounce if it bounces. And if it doesn't bounce, I'll liquidate it or sell short-term calls on it. But that's the last one. And last one is Robinhood. So patience does pay. I was so patient with this, right? I could have done it at 60, 50, 40. No, waited and put the cash secured puts out. Because I truly want to own Robinhood, like about 36, 38 range. Okay, that's one way. If they expire worthless, I'll put them out again, put the puts out again. This was 67. It hit 34 yesterday, people. Okay, so market's down 14%. These are down 40, 50%. So let's not mess around with any of that. Let me look at my watch list. If you have questions, please put them up. Okay. Let's see what we got. All right. Firm I looked at AMD still down. I mean, it's actually didn't tank when the market tanked. I mean, it had tanked before. Chinese names extremely strong, still strong. Alibaba just consolidating after a massive move up. Next leg up higher. I've been talking about these for 3 months now. If you've been following me, you made a shit ton of money. Billy. Actually, it's kind of consolidating nicely. I may just give it another shot here. We traded it when it broke out of this wedge, right about 18 to 20. And then we got up to about 24 and a half, pulling back. Volume kind of drying out. Next leg up, 30. Bitcoin doing well today, but this is BITX, the 2x ETF, right? It got trashed. All these ETFs, 2x, 3x ETF, you got to be really, really careful. This is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy 291, hit 220, went to 320, back to 220. This is all happening in like 8 days. And we're back to 290. And this is MSTU. It's the 2x ETF of MicroStrategy. Complete Bitcoin surrogate. I mean, decent looking chart actually. But if you do believe in Bitcoin, trade these. Don't trade Bitcoin. I have actually, I'm hoping I get assigned. This is Kava. One of my big winners in 2023 to 2024, 5.5x almost. 33 to 150, then it went to 170, it's 77 today. I have next week expiration that I put out last week, $80 puts, cash secured puts. I would love to own Kava about 74, 75. No question about it. So that's one in my long-term portfolio. What else? I mean, everything has gotten trashed so badly. There's so much damage on these stocks. And a lot of people were like, oh, hims and hers. Yeah, look at what they did to that one. There we go. Look at that. 73 high, hit 32 yesterday. You know, yeah, sell cash secure puts. I love him. Yeah, okay, well, what about it? Now he needs to base now. He needs to base and relax. And, you know, I mean, some stocks were just absolutely just shot to pieces. This is AppLovin, although it did halt. It's downside, so whoever says technicals don't work, they can go suck it. That thing was 525, sold off to 240. Now bouncing, it's a sale. Sell on a bounce. I mean, that's all I know until things change. I like Bloom Energy a lot. I think in all the sell-off, what did Bloom Energy do? Nothing. Just going sideways, biding its time. Next leg up, much higher on Bloom Energy. So I will definitely trade Bloom Energy. Chinese names, definitely strong. Strong meaning outperforming. Right? You got to find outperforming names. Meaning when the market's going down, they don't go down. They do go down, but they go down like 1%. When the market's down 1%, instead of like the other ones, the market goes down, they die. So that's the whole idea. Find outperformers. Let's see. I'm looking at this list. This list is just trashed. Well, some of them. Let's look at some of these. Look at these. I mean, this is a quantum stock, right? Okay. It's tough. When the market's like this, it's tough. You got to hold your powder dry and take your picks. Let's see. Marathon. Actually, Marathon was, yeah, that's what I mean. Look at that. You know, Bitcoin at 85,000. This thing was $30 when Bitcoin was at 105,000. Bitcoin 85,000. This thing is 12. Yeah, gotta be careful with these. Okay, one I actually am kind of turning bullish on, but it's Micron, just in a massive trading range between 85 and 108, 110. What did this one do when the market went down? 14%. Nothing. In fact, it's responding right away. So this is what you guys need to pay attention to. You guys need to pay attention to outperformance. Same thing with Nike, right? It's going back. I mean, I wouldn't mind selling cash secure puts on Nike now. It looks like it's bottomed for short term anyway. Nvidia we talked about. Another one that I was short, OKLO. 59 high, hit 22 yesterday. See what I mean? And now it's kind of bouncing. Okay, cool. Not interested. Palantir, another one. We actually did short and make decent money with this. If it seems like it's just trying to find its footing, I wouldn't be a buyer. 125 high, 75 low yesterday. I mean, you know, be careful with these people. Trees don't grow to the sky. All the quantum names are bouncing today, I can tell. Yep. Qubit. There's one. Look at that. Right? 27 high. 4 days ago. Yeah, and they're bouncing. You know, people go, oh, you make money. Rocket Lab, another one. Lunar, holy crap. I don't even want to talk about that. There you go. But actually, it just found supported like right at the 50 EMA, about 16 and a half, 17. Okay, so that's not that bad. What I noticed is lithium stocks have been doing well over the last couple of days. Let me look at PLL. Nothing there. Sigma Lithium. Yeah, basing. When it breaks out, I'll be there. SoFi found support at 200 EMA. We broke it and it's kind of struggling about here. Seller on under rally. Seller at 13 and a half. I'm a seller of all of these things. Yeah, you guys want to see bloodbath? Yeah. Look at this thing. This is Tempest AI. 91 high. Market sells off. In 14 days, this thing comes down to 43. The one I'm really watching, and I'm going to definitely trade this. It may be a boring trade, but I'm going to do it. So if you do believe what Trump and administration is trying to do to lower interest rates, TLT should be there. I want TLT at like 100, 105. How do you trade that? TLT is the inverse 20-year Treasury bond ETF. So when TLT goes up, that means interest rates are going down. When TLT goes down in price, that means interest rates are going up. So interest rates have come down a touch since Trump took over, a little bit. So this bottom, let's say at 86, 85. We bounced to 93. We're down to 90. I definitely want to be involved in a TLT trade, because if we do go in a recession, TLT will rally hard. That's what happens. Interest rates go down. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, everything is just taken out to the woodshed, and you just got to be patient. Now everything is broken down. You just got to let the correction play itself out. I don't think it's going to be a V bottom. I think it's going to take some time to heal all these wounds.